She let him do what? Ellen, can we do that thing on page 50? Line 10. Alright, give me 10 minutes. Oh, shit. I apologize. Sometimes I film on the wrong tape. They get combined with, my personal life. So, let me start this over. This is Christopher DAV1D, Aerovapor on YouTube and Facebook. Today, I'm going to be doing some freaky shit with my wife and reviewing some juices from namberjuice.com. Now, what we have got today is Tom's Vanilla Peppermint, Moots juice. Not clear on who Moot is, but I'm sure someone's going to tell me. Rad and Plenty, which I'm going to attempt to have go better than the video on my Facebook of me tasting the green stuff, because for all my friends on Facebook, we know that didn't go real well. So, last is Nostalgia, which is almost gone. And I should have told you, sorry. Moots juice is a raspberry lemonade flavor that's sort of mentholated. And Nostalgia is a candy cigarette. So like the candy cigarettes that you grew up eating as a kid, that is what he attempts to do in this juice. And we will find out if he did it well or not. First, we are going to start with Tom's Vanilla Peppermint. I've vaped all these juices before this review. I've had them for a little bit now, so I feel comfortable in being able to hopefully properly explain them. Tom's Vanilla Peppermint is easy. It is peppermint ice cream all the way, 100% just peppermint ice cream. I love peppermint ice cream. Every time the holidays come around, I stock my fridge with it. I'm that guy who gets online with like 10 of them and then feeds my fat ass from end of October to January, February with nothing but peppermint ice cream. It's God's honest truth. So let's see how the juice came out. Exactly like peppermint ice cream. When I tell you exact, I mean exact. It says vanilla peppermint. You don't stand out like oh my god, there's a vanilla. It is a creamy flavor mixed with peppermint. Not an overwhelming peppermint. It's like a perfectly blended, bless you, a perfectly blended peppermint ice cream. That's perfectly blended. If that's like peppermint ice cream is like down your alley, you can't go wrong with this because it is like eating peppermint ice cream except with none of the calories. Awesome vape, vanilla peppermint. Should have just called it peppermint ice cream because it is peppermint ice cream. Now, which I should have probably done before I started, but I got a little bit excited, with my reading and all. Namber Juice. Let me explain the company. Nick and Amber, who both used to do, Nick still does reviews. The Vape Babe, I don't think does reviews anymore, but Nick has been a reviewer in the community since I began to vape. And about a year ago, they announced that they were going to come out with a juice line. So they started going to vape meets, handing out samples, and word started to get around about their juice line. It was never hidden that they're not the ones making it. They basically took somebody on and said, this is what I'm looking for, these are the flavors I want, can you make them? And then somebody else makes them. That someone else is Joe Castro, who also owns Joe's Flavors, and there's another company he's affiliated with, which I can't get it off my tongue right now. So, Joe in Michigan actually mixes Grim Green and the Vape Babes juices. So that's why when you order, it shows from Michigan. If you go to namberjuice.com, right now it's only available in one size. That is a 15 ml bottle for $10. Shipping is a little steep right now. It is $6.15 priority, only priority. I know when the first day that the company was open, I went on to buy a bottle of Nostalgia, and when I got all the way, filled out all my information, got to the shipping part, I said, oh, like, I don't know that I could spend $6.15 on one 15 ml bottle for $10. Like, it's just, to me, I don't know, it was just steep. To buy one bottle and spend $6.15 was just, it was too steep for me. So I didn't buy it at the time. Now, what I hear is they're actually coming out with a first class option, so that way you don't have to spend $6.15 on priority mail if you do not want it. So that will be coming up. But in the meantime, it is only 15 ml bottles, any milligram from 0 to 24 milligram nicotine, and the bottles are all labeled with your ingredients, may contain trace elements of peanuts or other nuts. The peanuts I'm okay with. I'm a little concerned about other nuts, but that's for a whole other video. And it comes with lot codes and born-on dates. So, good safety precautions, all child-proof tops. With that being said, now I can move along to the next juice, which is going to be Moots juice. M-O-O-T-S juice. Now, Moots juice is a raspberry lemonade that is mentholated. I didn't think I was going to be much fan of this juice. I am not a fan of menthol really in any form or fashion. I'm just not a menthol fan. That's what I started vaping on, and everybody kind of goes through that phase of once they start vaping, they switch to the sweet and fruity flavors. So I didn't hold out a whole lot of hope for this juice. However, the menthol is so slight in there that you just barely even recognize that there's menthol in the juice. It's just barely recognizable. It's just barely like a cooling effect. It's so slight, it's almost non-existent. And then the rest of it is just what it's described. A raspberry flavored lemonade. It's light, it's not heavy on the flavor. It's a good, probably all day vape for somebody. It's just the lemonade and the raspberry is perfectly blended. It's blended together perfectly. It has a really, really good flavor. And again, the menthol is very, very slight in it. You can really, when you really get it, is when you're first taking the draw. You can get that just barely slight mentholated sort of sensation on your tongue. But another good one, the throat hit is lighter on this one than some of the others. So a little bit lighter than what I'm used to, but still enough that it is noticeable. Now for the moment that I am fucking dreading. It's not that bad. It's actually not as bad as the green stuff. I can deal with this. Like, I cannot throw up while I vape it. That's about the best you're going to get out of me. You're never going to get an, oh my god, black licorice from me. Ever, ever, ever. I was the kid who would go in the candy store, and every 3 to 6 months I'd tell my mom, oh my god, I want a box Good and Plenty. And she'd say, Christopher, you hate Good and Plenty. And I'd say, no, Mommy, I like them now. And then I'd eat them, and I'd throw up all over myself in the car, and, you know, it was a huge mess. So, that was me as a kid. So next is Rad and Plenty. This actually comes in a black bottle from what I could see. It's like a smoke-colored bottle. I'm assuming they're doing that because it's black licorice. So let me take a pull on this at 8 watts, 1.7 ohm atomizer. Which I'm going to throw this atomizer out at some point. It is not overwhelming, which is the good part about it. I can vape it, and my mouth doesn't water as bad, and I don't want to throw up on myself as bad. But if you like Good and Plenty's or you like black licorice, it's dead on balls accurate to Good and Plenty. Like I said, I don't like black licorice in any form or fashion. If somebody drinks Zambuca within 20 feet of me, I have to pray to the porcelain god. Just the smell of it, oh my lord. There's some things that aren't certain in life. The one thing that is certain in my life is that black licorice will make me vomit. Ugh. So, with that being said, it's not as bad as the past ones. When you draw it and you first exhale, you get this really sweet candy flavor, not overly sweetened where you get some of them juices where you can almost feel the sugar on your tongue. It's not like that. It's just a sweet candy flavor followed by a black licorice. If you like Good and Plenty, I mean, you can't not like this juice because it is perfectly Good and Plenty. There's something else in there I can't get. I think my mind is just going to the black licorice. There's some other slight flavor in there. Yeah, but all I can focus on is the black licorice. So again, tastes just like a Good and Plenty. If that's something you like, if you like black licorice, then I would definitely try it. It is dead on to Good and Plenty. I just hate Good and Plenty's. I couldn't really vape this. Like I said, I could do it without getting sick like some other ones, but just not a juice for me. I know Grimm said that this is like his favorite juice right now, and I have to assume that Nick also likes black licorice because otherwise this could not be your favorite juice. So that's Rad and Plenty. Now, I gotta rinse my mouth out before I do this one. To the one that I was dying to get from the day that Namber Juice was first announced. And that is Nostalgia. Like I said, I've vaped about 10 mils of this already, and I'm loving it. It is dead on to a candy cigarette. When Namber Juice first started to come out like a year ago, there were some people who were getting samples and whatnot who were describing it differently than I get from it. They were saying like a Pepto flavor. I don't get that at all. I honest to God think that a year ago when Nick and Amber were first going to release the company that somebody else was mixing their juice, and possibly that since Joe Castro came aboard, they changed the recipe slightly because this tastes different than anything that anybody's really described or just the descriptions that I've been told about it. Let me take a pull and I'll tell you. Just dead accurate. As soon as you exhale, you get this sweet candy flavor with a chalky note. I don't know how he does it, but there's without a doubt a chalky flavor in there, followed by an ever so slight touch of mint. And I mean slight touch of mint. I hate mint vapes. I don't know why, I just hate mint vapes, and I love this vape because there's not a lot of mint. It's just enough to know it's there. The candy cigarettes I grew up on always had a very chalky, sweet taste with a little touch of mint, and I tell you, it is dead on accurate. This juice is so accurate to a candy cigarette, it is almost scary. Oh, hats off to everyone at Namber Juice and Joe because this juice is just effing accurate. If candy cigarettes sounds, that was something you loved growing up, then this is a must try for you. If I had to buy any of these juices, it's without a doubt going to be the Nostalgia. It is delicious. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he got the chalky flavor in here, but it's perfect. It is the perfect candy cigarette vape. So this is definitely for me the best of the lot and just the most delicious juice out of all of them. I have vaped a shitload of it in the last 4 days, and I will continue to vape the rest of it because it is delicious. Oh, I'm telling you, try it. If you liked that flavor of candy cigarettes growing up, you have to like this juice because it is so perfectly accurate. So that is what I got. Namberjuice.com. Make sure you go over, check them out. Like I said, all 15 ml bottles at the time, right now, $10 per bottle. And then right now it's flat rate, $6.15 for priority. But people are saying that they are also going to add a first class option, so you don't have to go with priority and pay $6.15 for your shipment, especially if you're only going to buy 1 bottle or 2 bottles. It is steep to spend $6.15 for shipping when you're only going to buy 1 bottle of juice. So, that's all I got for now. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe to me and friend me on Facebook if you haven't already, Aerospace Vapor, and I'll catch you guys later.